Today we're bringing you another egg cutting, a little bit of a smaller one here. 5 eggs were laid. Unfortunately, one was infertile, and then on top of that, one of them isn't looking all that good anymore. This pairing was from a Bamboo Lemonblast to, hold it, another Bamboo Lemonblast. What am I hoping for out of this? Well, I'm hoping for BELs. That's as simple as that. This is a BEL making process with bamboo, because I know if I hit bamboo, at the very least, bamboos sell very well. So it's something we make all the time. I work bamboo as a passion project to sell at local shows and such. So with that all out of the way, did we hit the odds on probably 3 eggs getting at least 1 BEL, please? I have had horrible luck hitting very many BELs, so let's see if we can change that today. Since this one is going to be a little bit shorter, I figured in between each one, do a couple of quick little facts about BELs and how they work. So, yeah. I don't know what that was originally. Forgot I did faces on these. I don't really think this one ever developed very far along. It feels really bad. There's something.
Frowning face.
I don't think it's frowning at all. I just think it doesn't care. This is not a good egg. It's just like rubbery. There's really no point in doing this except for curiosity. It smells like mold, like move out of the house mold. Oh my. So something did attempt to develop in here. It just went bad very quickly, I think. It doesn't smell revolting though, just very earthy. We might be able to find the fetus in here. It could have just degraded though into nothing, become a part of this amalgamation of mess. Lord, that's bad. It's like a spoiled boiled egg. I don't know if there's a fetus in here anymore. It might be. I mean, we can rip it apart, right? Yeah, it's just the consistency of like a boiled egg right now. I don't see anything in here. And there you have it. Since it went bad pretty quickly, we don't get any real rot smell. It's just incredibly earthy. So, okay, now that that's done, I want to be greedy here. I literally just want at least 2 BELs because I just have horrible luck hitting BELs. So I want it to be made up for. I mean, you took one from me, so I want one right now. Give me a super bamboo, please. If we see white, I think we might. No, I see pattern. Very light. This is a Lemonblast. If I had to guess, it is a killer Lemonblast, meaning that it's super pastel, I think. It's incredibly bright. As far as a pet snake goes, these definitely will sell. Technically, you can get super pins from my understanding. They obviously don't look any different. As far as I know anyways, they're very thin. And I don't think it's bamboo. I don't see any indication of that. Then again, this is very yellowy tinge to it, right? So sometimes when they come out, you're just like, wait, what the heck? It looks completely different. With that said, I can pretty confidently say this is a super pastel pinstripe. Okay, come on. Which one should I do? This guy, he looks all nervous, or should I do the happy one?
Him.
What is him? What is him?
Him.
Okay, before we go ahead and crack this one open, a fun little fact about the BEL genes is whenever you get 2 of them, theoretically, the reason why they're in the BEL complex is you should get an all-white snake with blue eyes. However, there are a slew of these genetics that do not follow the rules. For example, if you put Mystic and Mojave together, you get the Mystic Potion. And if you put Mojave and Phantom together, you get the Purple Passion, which is a purpley type snake. I know there's some with Special that also do this, but it's just kind of an interesting little thing how you're supposed to get all white snakes out of this, but occasionally you don't. Technically I have a 1 in 4 chance, so I do not have good odds on my side. And I don't think we got one here either. I think it's the same. No, there's a bamboo. I can tell that. This is a Bamboo Lemonblast. It could be super pastel, but it is at least Bamboo Pastel Pinstripe. I can definitely tell on this one. I mean, take a look side by side. Way more yellows and way more of this kind of peachy grayish color of the bamboo, which I love. It's one of my favorites out there, but you can definitely tell. All right, well, at least I got a bamboo. Those are always well sought after. It's pet level, but all we have is this smiling guy left and one more story for you. So when the first BELs were discovered, they were nicknamed the Russo after the person who discovered them, and it was thought, since Russo is so unbelievably subtle, that it was a recessive. So it was nicknamed the White Diamond, but the hets were called Het Russo, and then the visual version was called Russo. So of course later on you find out that, wait a minute, when you put lesser in there, suddenly you get an all white snake. When you put Mojave in there, so it became very clearly known that something else was going on there, and it was one of the first ones out there that really showed you that there's a family of genes that work together, and when you put any of them together, they kind of do very interesting things. They're all allelic, meaning that if you do hit an animal with 2 copies of those allelic genes together, it will always pass one of its copies down too. So if it was a super bamboo, it's always going to pass 1 copy of bamboo. If it was a lesser bamboo, well, it would pass either lesser or bamboo. So one last one. Is this going to be exciting for something I'm not even going to keep, just something I like to have so that I can connect people with these and start people loving ball pythons. So come on, just one. Even if it doesn't happen though, I did get a bamboo. Come on. Oh, we did it. Oh, we did it, yes! On the last one, I'm like way more excited than I should be because I have such terrible luck with these. But I got 1, so technically I beat the odds. It should have been 1 in 4, but I did get 1. They're always so striking and cool. An all white snake, and I think the super bamboos are incredible. I sometimes make them with mystic as well, so bamboo mystics, and I find those ones have like a ghostly pattern underneath. Bamboo super bamboos are always extraordinary because they're strong breeders. Regardless of male or female, they're always going to pass that bamboo gene along. And bamboo, while not quite as insanely crazy as banana, clearly, it kind of fills that same role in a way where it's a valuable gene just by itself. Not that they go for a bunch, but they definitely go for more than, say, a pinstripe or even this combo up here of the Bamboo Lemonblast. So a lot of people really love to have these. So always like making these, and that's quite literally the reason I do these pairings, because I also like bamboo. So I figure when I miss, I want to miss and hit Lemonblasts, something that's still going to be able to move for somebody, or a Bamboo Lemonblast, something that's also very cool, or BELs. And I have a high chance when I go Bamboo Lemonblast to Bamboo Lemonblast of getting something along those lines. So when I make pet quality things, I'm very careful about it because there are a lot of ball pythons out there, quite frankly. And I don't think that just breeding a bunch of things just to get things is all that helpful. But BELs are one that I will continue to go for. BELs, some pieds, a few things like that. So I'm happy to have gotten 1. Quick update here on these. This is a Lemonblast, which means it's a pastel pinstripe. Now, of course, since these were a Bamboo Lemonblast to a Bamboo Lemonblast, there's always that potential for supers and whatnot. I hear that you can technically get a super pin, but it looks the exact same. I wouldn't know, right? I mean, I guess I could test just for the curiosity's sake, but I do still love me this combo. It's a simple combo. It'll make a wonderful pet animal for somebody, but I like producing that because I like doing these shows. I know some people don't want to do it because it's not as cost effective for them, but I do like doing them because it helps connect people with these animals for their first snake ever, especially as kids. Sometimes these goes to the kids' pets and they gain a love for this animal and they're the next generation. So I can talk to people and teach them. And then of course I did get a Bamboo Lemonblast. That's all the same stuff we were just talking about. Now we know this is not a super bamboo because that's a all white snake with blue eyes. It does have blue eyes, but it is not all white. It's pastel pin at least. Again, could be super pin. Do not believe it's super pastel though. It's probably just way lighter if they were. Oh, look at that. It's a perfect example of when you talk about bamboo and how they sometimes have these little orange paradoxes. A little teeny dot of orange. I don't know if you have any more on you. So just a small little paradox right there, but still kind of neat. And then our one, super bamboo. Could be pin and pastel, of course, but we wouldn't know. Always a cool animal to make. Wonderful pet quality. And I always like the super bamboos. I don't know if the camera can catch it, but you can see like a ghostly little pattern. I don't know if the camera's gonna get it or not. I just feel like it's just a little different. Plus bamboo, I think, is the most valuable out of them, so this is always gonna produce a bamboo. Now, I don't know if this is gonna work, but let's try it. Turn that off. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. So what you're seeing me do is put a black light over top of it, and they say that you can see the pattern under the black light. You tell me, can you see a pattern? I don't think I can. Now, I have done this in the past and kind of sort of seen a pattern. It's like very ghostly, and I've seen other people do it and see a pattern. Kind of see it right there. The little dots and stuff. I don't know. It was on the side of it. Let's see if I can't get it just to the right angle. I'm looking at the animal. I don't know if the camera is going to capture it, but I can kind of see it. If I move it, maybe it will. Yeah, I don't think it's getting any. But that is okay. There's a strong possibility that this is pinstripe and pastel because it came from both sides of the pairing. Very cool. Simple pairing, but I always like making some BELs every year. They say that you sell BELs to pay the rat bill, and that is certainly true. All right, well, hope you enjoyed. And if you wanted to check out some of our prior egg cutting videos, you can actually check that out right here.